Hello and welcome you all. Let's continue our discussion. In the first video we have completed up to question number 40. So in this video we will start from question number 41. Question number 41. An unpolarized light falls on a flat material with an angle of incidence at 60 degree. The reflected light is found to be completely polarized. The velocity of the refracted ray inside the material is, देखो angle of incidence 60 degree and we have to find velocity of refracted ray inside the material. So to find the velocity of light ray inside any medium, we know V equal to C by n. C is the speed of light in space and n is the refractive index of the medium. So to find this velocity we have to find the refractive index of the medium, and it is given that the unpolarized light falls on the medium and it is and the reflected light is completely polarized. So the angle of incident is angle of polarization, that is 60 degree. So according to Brewster's law, now here we can use Brewster's law, and from Brewster's law we know that the refractive index of that reflecting medium depends on the angle of polarization, and that is n equal to tan theta p, and theta p is given to us. So tan 60 and tan 60 is root 3. So refractive index of the medium is root 3. So velocity of the refracted light inside that medium is c by n, or c is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter by second and n is root 3. So velocity of that refracted ray inside the material is root 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So your correct option is option A. Question number 42. A point charge q is located at the center of a cube of edge length A. The electric flux through one face of the cube will be. So point charge is located at the center of the cube and we have to find flux through one of its faces. So from Gauss law we know that electric flux through a closed surface equals to charge enclosed by this surface divided by epsilon. So electric flux through this entire cube will be q by epsilon, but in the question it is asking about flux through one of its surfaces. It has total 6 surfaces, so we have to use the symmetric cases. So electric flux through one of its face will be equal to q by 6 epsilon. Okay, flux through this entire cube will be q by epsilon, but about this one of its face will be q by 6 epsilon. So your correct option is option B. Question number 43. A point charge small q is rotated along a circle in the electric field generated by another point charge capital Q. The work done by the electric field on the rotating charge in one complete revolution is. So the point charge is rotating in a circle and there is electric field due to another point charge Q. So there will be force on this small point charge Q due to this electric field, and we know that Coulombic forces are conservative in nature. Coulombic forces are conservative in nature. Conservative means the curl of this force will be 0, and also we can say that the work done by a conservative force along a closed loop is 0. So these are the properties of this conservative force. Call of this force will be 0. Work done by the conservative force along a closed loop is 0. So as the force on this small point charge is conservative, so the work done by this electric field on this rotating charge along a closed along a for a complete revolution will be 0. So work done by this electric field on this charge will be 0, as the force on this charge due to this electric field is conservative in nature. So your correct option is option C. Question number 44. In a series LCR circuit, on increasing the value of capacitance 4 times the value of inductance in order to keep the resonant frequency unchanged will be. So in series LCR circuit the resonant frequency is given by 1 by 2 by square root under LC. देखो ये तो फॉर्मूला बेस्ड क्वेश्चन हो गया. देखो जैसे कि इनिशियली क्या है, इंडक्टेंस और कैपेसिटेंस की वैल्यू L and C है. Now the capacitance is increased 4 times to the initial value. So the changed resonant frequency will be equal to, and let's now the inductance is L dash, so 1 by 2 pi square root under L dash C dash. But in the question it is given that the resonant frequency will remain same, so Fr equal to Fr dash, or 1 by 2 pi LC equal to 1 by 2 pi L dash C dash, और देखो 2 pi कैंसिल, L dash C dash equal to LC, और L dash 4C equal to L into C, और L dash equal to L by 4. So the value of inductance should be L by 4. So your correct option is option D. Question number 45. The charge Q is divided into two parts, small q and capital Q minus small q, so that the force between the charges is maximum at any separation. Then small q is equal to. Now this Q charge divided into two parts, small q and capital Q minus q. Now we have to find the value of small q so that the force between these two charges should be maximum. And from Coulomb's law we know the force between any two charge is given by force F equal to K into Q minus Q by R square. R is the separation between this चार्ज Q एंड Q माइनस Q. सो देखो ये फोर्स की मैक्सिमम वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करना है विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू चार्ज Q. सो फॉर F टू बी मैक्सिमम with respect to this small q, first derivative of f with respect to q must be equal to 0. Now do the differentiation. K बाई आर स्क्वायर, देखो ये आर स्क्वायर को डेरिवेटिव से बाहर ले रहे हैं, ऐसे तो ये बोल रहा है कि एनी सेपरेशन हो रही है, चार्ज के रेस्पेक्ट भी डिफरेंशिएशन हो रहा है, तो वो Q माइनस Q प्लस Q इंटू माइनस 1 इक्वल टू 0. सो Q माइनस Q इक्वल टू 0 और Q इक्वल टू 2Q और स्मॉल q इक्वल टू Q बाई 2. So the force to be maximum between these two charges, so small q have to be capital Q by 2. So your correct option is Q by 2, option D. Question number 46. An oscillating voltage is applied across a parallel plate capacitor having a plate separation D. The displacement current density through the capacitor. देखो डिस्प्लेसमेंट करंट डेंसिटी कैलकुलेट करना है और वी नो द मैथमेटिकल एक्सप्रेशन फॉर डिस्प्लेसमेंट करंट डेंसिटी इज एप्सिलॉन नॉट del E by del T. So to find JD we need the expression for electric field. and the potential difference is given to you, V naught cos omega t, and the plate separation also given. So electric field equal to potential difference by distance, so it is V naught cos omega t by d. So now we have the electric field. So for displacement current density, epsilon naught del E by del t. So do the differentiation. E naught V naught by t minus omega sin omega t. So it is minus epsilon naught V naught omega by d sin omega t. So your correct option is option D. Question number 47. A proton enters a magnetic field with a velocity at right angle to the magnetic field. The path followed by the proton will be. So देखो proton entering into the magnetic field at right angle to the magnetic field. So velocity is perpendicular to the magnetic. We have to find the path followed by the proton. So देखो तीन टाइप का पथ जनरली रहता है, तो तुम्हें वो याद रख लेना कि path of charge particle in a uniform magnetic field. Uniform magnetic field. Okay. First one, if velocity of the charged particle is parallel or anti-parallel, to magnetic field, then the charged particle will follow straight line path. Second one, if velocity of the charged particle is perpendicular to the magnetic field, then the charged particle will follow a circular path. And the third one, if velocity is neither parallel nor perpendicular to magnetic field, then the charged particle will follow a helical path. Okay, so in this question velocity is perpendicular to magnetic field, so the path followed by the charged particle will be a circular. So your correct option is option C. अच्छा, और एक चीज़ याद रख लेना कि force on a charged particle due to magnetic field is given by Q V cross B. Question number 48. The value of dP by P for an adiabatic expansion of a gas is. देखो, for adiabatic expansion we know that PV to the power gamma equal to constant. Now we have to find dP by P. So do the differentiation of the equation. So V gamma dP plus P gamma V gamma minus 1 dV equal to 0, और V gamma dP equal to minus P gamma V gamma minus 1 dV, और dP by P equal to minus gamma gamma cancel, so dV by V. So dP by P equal to minus gamma dV by V. So your correct option is option C. Question number 49. Which of the following quantities is zero on an average for molecules of an ideal gas in equilibrium? अच्छा देखो, which quantities has zero on an average. तो एक बार ऑप्शन चेक करो, काइनेटिक एनर्जी, मोमेंटम, डेंसिटी, स्पीड. देखो काइनेटिक एनर्जी स्केलर क्वांटिटी, डेंसिटी स्केलर क्वांटिटी, स्पीड स्केलर क्वांटिटी, बट मोमेंटम इज ए वेक्टर quantity. So if you calculate the average of this momentum on an average, you will find zero. As it is a vector quantity, it will have positive value and negative value. So average value for momentum will be 0. So your correct option is option B for molecules of an ideal gas, okay, as they are moving randomly in all direction. Question number 50. Which one of the following is not a thermodynamical function? देखो which is not a thermodynamical function. तो देखो थर्मोडाइनमिक फंक्शन हमें क्या क्या बताए, एक तो इंटरनल एनर्जी, एंथैल्पी, फ्री एनर्जी, गिव्स फ्री एनर्जी, ऑल आर थर्मोडाइनमिक फंक्शन. बट व्हाट वी नो कि वर्क डन इज path function. Work done is a path function. So work done is not a thermodynamical function. So your correct option is option B. Question number 51. A Carnot engine with sink temperature at 300 Kelvin has an efficiency of 40%. By how much should the temperature of source be increased so as to increase its efficiency by 50% of original efficiency? So sink temperature is given, it is 300 Kelvin, and for this efficiency is 40%, that is 4 by 10. Okay, so from this efficiency we can calculate the source temperature. We know that efficiency equal to 1 minus T2 by T1. T2 is the temperature of the sink and T1 is the temperature of the source. So 4 by 10 equal to 1 minus 300 Kelvin by T1. Now calculate it, you will get T1 will be 500 Kelvin. So for this T2 and T1 efficiency is 4 by 10. Now we have to increase the efficiency, and it is given that we have to increase 50% of the original frequency. So 50% of initial efficiency, 50% of initial efficiency, and it is equal to 50 by 100 into 4 by 10. So it is equal to 1 by 5. So our final efficiency, changed efficiency, will be 4 by 10 plus 1 by 5. देखो इनिशियल एफिशिएंसी की 50% इंक्रीज करना है. देखो 4 by 10 plus 1 by 5 and it is equal to 3 by 5. So this is our final efficiency, and for this efficiency we have to calculate the change in source temperature. So by using this efficiency again we can calculate the source temperature. Okay, so N is equal to 1 minus T2 by T1 and 3 by 5 equal to 1 minus 300 Kelvin by T1. अच्छा इसको T1 डैश कर लो तो सही रहेगा. So T1 dash from here, now you can calculate it is 750 Kelvin. So change in source temperature, change in source temperature 750 Kelvin minus 500 Kelvin, and that is equal to 250 Kelvin. So your correct option is option D. Question number 52. Which one of the following is the formula for Gibbs free energy? देखो गिब्स फ्री एनर्जी का फॉर्मूला देखो जैसे कि हम पता है G इक्वल टू H माइनस टी एस. सो आवर करेक्ट ऑप्शन विल बी ऑप्शन ए. बट देखो और जो फॉर्मूला है ना वो याद रख लेना, जैसे कि एंथैल्पी इक्वल टू U प्लस पी वी, F इक्वल टू U माइनस टी एस. ओके, क्वेश्चन नंबर 53. A gas molecule of mass m moving with a velocity of v makes 5 elastic collisions per second with a wall of the container. The change in its momentum पर सेकेंड विल बी। देखो चेंज इन मोमेंटम कैलकुलेट करना है। जैसे कि फॉर वन collision change in momentum will be 2 mv. Momentum is defined as mass into velocity. So for one collision it is 2 mv, change in momentum is 2 mv. So for 5 collision change in momentum will be 5 into 2 mv, or it is equal to 10 mv. So your correct option is option D. Question number 54. Pauli's exclusion principle states that two electrons in the same orbitals have देखो पाउली एक्सक्लूजन प्रिंसिपल के स्टेटमेंट, एंड वी नो दैट Pauli's exclusion principle states that two electrons in the same orbitals have opposite spins. So ये याद रखना है. So your correct option is option C. Question number 55. The energy released by the nuclear bomb which destroyed Hiroshima was equivalent to 12.4 kilotons of TNT. This energy is equivalent to 9 into 10 to the power 26 mega electron volt. The mass which was converted into energy in this explosion was, देखो energy equivalent to 9 into 10 to the power 26 mega electron volt, and we have to find mass equivalent to this energy. And from Einstein mass energy equivalence relation we know that E equal to mc square. So from here mass equal to E by c square, or E equal to 9 into 10 to the power 26 mega electron volt by c square, 3 into 10 to the power 8 होल स्क्वायर मीटर स्क्वायर बाई सेकेंड स्क्वायर. तो देखो मास को केजी की यूनिट पे कन्वर्ट करना है, तो इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट को जूल पे कन्वर्ट कर दो. 9 into 10 to the power 26 for mega, it is 10 to the power 6, and 1 electron volts equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule. 9 into 10 to the power 16 meter square by second square. So calculate it, equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 3 kg. So your correct option is option D. देखो ये यूनिट कन्वर्सन याद रखना कि 1 इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट इक्वल टू 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 जूल.